level pros, new pros, high-level amateurs, new amateurs. One of the more active fight teams I've ever seen.
Please welcome to the red corner, Josh Thong.
Josh Thong out of Sons of Silverback. It's THAWNG.
If you try putting work in the gym, applying pressure on them, turn a pro into a rookie if I'm coming for them. Nah, you don't want no smoke. I'm about to fire bobbing, weaving, punchlines on your joke. Hands up, lay them out, lock them up, hang it out. Move in for the kill, execute, dig it out. Make you scream, make you shout. If you're in or you're out, fight clubs, what it's about.
I know Tonio's looking to go pro here pretty soon. Decorated amateur and a very strong skill set under him. And Josh Thong here is a scrapper. Called his fights before. He's got heavy hands. I think we will see some wrestling in this fight, but I think we're going to see a pretty tight boxing match. Boxing in 4-ounce gloves is always a fan favorite. Let's see if these flyweights can pick the energy back up here at the Houston Arena Theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event, brought to you by Bump Box Houston, is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Championship. This match is sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Your judges at cage side are Ivan Guzman, Chance Williams, and Rob Alexander. And now, H-Town, the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the Fury! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in officially at 122.2 pounds. Fighting out of the War Training Center, this is Tonio the Show Figueiredo! And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He too weighed in officially at 122.2 pounds. Representing SOS, presenting Josh, getting up in that ass, Thong! And now Professor Joe Solis with your final championship instructions.
Okay guys, we've gone over the rules in the back. Fight fair, fight all the way through, and follow my commands at all times. Touch gloves, let's do this.
All right, our third and final title fight is underway. I know both guys bring the heat, both guys experienced. Tonio is standing in that southpaw stance. Switches back to orthodox quickly. Hard low kick to open up here from Joshua. Good exchange of low kicks. And again, both guys kind of feeling each other out. I know Tonio's got some very sharp hands. Good, a left hand on the pipe, a slip there from Josh. Slick head movement there from Thong. A kick caught, and a left hand down the pipe. Sorry, a right hand down the pipe from Tonio. Tonio hits hard. He hits hard for a flyweight. He's fast, he's accurate. Thong coming forward and throwing that 3-2 combo. Little level change action from Tonio, catching a read of his opponent. Both guys getting to work early, you know, finding their range, you know, really trying to figure out the reaction of their opponent, but still looking to do some damage. This is how you find range, measure a fight, but still stay in it to win. Josh doing a good job keeping a good low defensive stance and pressuring in. And I think that's what Tonio needs more of. You saw him throw a very subtle feint, trying to kind of bait that reaction, catch the read out of Josh. Those guys kind of collide on some punches. Looked like a slip there from Tonio, maybe a headbutt, maybe a punch. There's a lot going on. Antonio doesn't use his wrestling as much, which he could and perhaps should, because I know he's a high-level wrestler. Antonio looking for a jump knee. And man, and Josh is really just looking to kind of plant his feet and throw those crosses and hooks over the top. You can see he's got a good frame on him. Oh, big uppercut from Tonio. Tonio did some damage. And a big flying knee from Tonio. And Josh is just staying in it. He seems like he's on rubber legs. Tonio swinging wide now, almost losing his balance. Shoots a double, but you can see Josh is still in it. Punches underhooks. Tonio's got his hands connected, kind of hitting like a hybrid double leg body lock style trip. But Josh did a good job digging underhooks and lifting them up. I think it would benefit Tonio to break off and look to hit some of those other shots. And that's what I meant about the higher level boxing kind of acumen of Tonio. That uppercut was beautiful, but we see Josh with a counter trip, and now he's enjoying not only top position, but some strong ground and pound. Tonio looking to use his hands to post to get up. Tonio needs to turn hard to his left side. It was an ill-advised choke attempt there from Josh. I know he wanted to finish that rear naked choke, but he didn't quite have the angle or the position to do it. And he had given up a takedown there. Great first round here in this flyweight title fight. Wow, a reverse scissor sweep there from Josh. You don't see that as often. Fantastic first round. You know, that was very competitive. Both guys had their moments. It's definitely a Tonio round. He hit a really good uppercut, a really good jump knee. I think that the difference in the effective rate of their striking was what gives Tonio that round. Excellent fight, excellent round. Good action here from these flyweights. I know Tonio did have a pretty big weight cut for this fight. We'll see if that perhaps plays a factor later in these rounds. But I mean, you can see the MO of both of these guys. They're both looking to do some damage. I tell you, man, Josh ate a super uppercut and a super knee and doesn't seem phased in the slightest. Both guys back to their respective corners, and round two is underway. Both guys standing orthodox. Lead hook to open up there from Tonio. Good left hand there from Tonio again. I know Tonio's coach is calling for some feints, and again, that's good thinking. Big low kick there from Josh. If I'm a referee, I'm looking at Tonio's fingers and making sure they're staying out of the eyes of his opponent. See, Tonio really seamlessly switches between the left and right-handed stances. A good right hook, left hook combination there from Josh. Tonio with a good exchange himself. I think these guys are pretty comfortable with their range now, pretty comfortable with the reaction of their partners, and they're looking to work. And you can see a decent-sized mouse under the right eye of Josh. And Antonio was getting pressure and throws a big jump knee. And I think that's where the wrestling comes in for Tonio. You know, they were in that over-under exchange, and as soon as Tonio's back hit the cage, he instantly turned him and elected to turn out. That shows really good, like, ring generalship, ring awareness, cage control, if you will. A big right-hander missed from Tonio. And I'll tell you, I got a lot of love for Josh Thong here. He's coming forward. Not necessarily throwing caution to the wind, but I mean, he's stalking a high-level boxer and moving his head off center line and throwing punches of his own. It's a very fun fight. Good right hand over the top there from Josh. Spinning back kick there from Josh, but Antonio happened to step in right at the perfect time with that left hand. Antonio with another crisp left hand. Calf kick there from Josh. Got Antonio to switch his stance back. Antonio with another good left hook. Antonio's very accurate with that left hand. You can see the difference in striking styles too. You know, Josh comes forward, moves his head, and likes throwing those big clubbing hooks. Antonio's more of a sharpshooter, but man, Josh lands a good combo there. High kick to some punches. And both guys doing a great job of understanding the range, slipping their head as soon as their opponent comes in, and rifling off some counter punches. We have a bit of a slip there from Josh. Great round. I'd say that's a Josh Thong round. 1-for-1 going into the third. Unofficial scorecard. Obviously, in my opinion, it's not congruent with the referees or the judges. I cannot believe in that last fight the judge gave that one guy 2 rounds. That's insane. I had to keep my cool, keep my verbiage clean for this excellent live stream. Very good round here. Very good title fight here in this main event. Antonio Figueroa out of War, Joshua Thong out of SOS, Sons of Silverback. Round 3 coming up. Both guys very experienced. This is a 5-round fight. You know, in the last fight, you saw them cut the fight short at 3 rounds, and that was due to the inexperience of I believe, Christopher St. Nicholas. I think he took the fight on a little shorter notice. You know, I don't know, but I know it was Keith Ford's second fight, and that fight went all 5 rounds. Again, I know the TDLR inconsistency is very consistent, which is not a great thing, but a lot of the commissioners are really good people, fun to work with. Round 3 in this 5-round affair. Both these guys have a lot of amateur fights under their belts. Good 3-piece combination there from Antonio. Went straight left, right hook, straight left. Again, hits a 2-piece and slips right out. Really good movement. It is being countered by the pressure here of Josh. Josh doing a good job staying on that forward foot. Good head movement from Antonio. He's got real sharp eyes. He's able to throw and kind of track the punches of Josh. And Josh too, you know, they both do a great job moving their head off that center line and throwing these strikes. Just a matter of time before something lands clean. And even when they do, both guys got such great chins. We saw in that first round, Josh took a mighty uppercut and a flying knee, and it seemed relatively unfazed. It's a good spinning back kick there from Josh. Antonio really starting to sit down on his punches. And like right there, Josh could have shot, chose not to. These guys are looking to bang it out. Antonio with a good hook over the top and a smooth exit. Another good counter left hook right hand there from Antonio. Man, Antonio was able to touch up Josh, but Josh, man, he got a chin on him. If there's anything the Silverback guys were known for back in the day and now, was like getting into scraps, like throwing down, having good chins, coming forward even though punches are being thrown at him. Oh, another really big right hand. Again, it's the accuracy of Antonio that I believe is the difference between these guys. And I'll tell you, adding a little chaos into the mix there is what Josh needs, you know, kind of coming forward, another good right hand. And again, every time Josh gets cracked, he just comes right back. Antonio has a very good comprehension of range. Another great right hand. And again, that punch will usually stun anyone else, but Josh eats it and comes forward happily. You can see Antonio sacrifices a bit of power for speed and accuracy, and that's smart to do. Whereas Josh comes forward and just throws a combination of 4 and 5 hooks. 2 very different takes and strategies in the striking department. And it's working for both of them. Spinning hook kick there from Josh to a high kick. Antonio was looking at him earlier and shaking his finger no. He's like, I got your timing. And Josh says, I'll show you some timing with a spinning hook kick. Another good right hook there from Tonio. Both guys exchanging. So Tonio definitely landed the cleaner shots in that round, but Josh did press forward with success. Again, I'd say I give that round Antonio. You know, on my unofficial scorecard, we got the first round, the third round, Tonio. Round 2 for Josh. But that third round could have been a Josh round 2. Good pressure, you know, both guys flyweights, you know, fast, athletic. I'm glad they made this title fight the main event. Both guys got a lot of experience, and it shows. This is an excellent fight. And again, I just got to touch up on Joshua Thong. He's got a fantastic chin on him. He's eaten some of Tonio's best strikes and managed to not only stay on his feet, but come forward. All right, championship round, round number 4 underway. Close fight, a clash of styles, both guys strikers, both guys really using their boxing. But will the poised, patient, sharp shooting of Tonio prevail? Or will the pressure and relatively clean, brawling style of Joshua Thong prevail? It's almost an oxymoron to say clean brawling, but I mean, that's effectively what it is. He's moving his head off center line and really coming in with some big, strong punches and the big high kicks. It's a fun style to watch. Add a good chin to it, and you're in for a slugfest, and Antonio's happy to oblige. He's throwing these good, stiff punches, switching his stance up. It's a good liver hook there from Tonio, but Josh meets it with a lead hook. Not a huge kicking arsenal there from Tonio, but he doesn't quite need it. He's got such efficient boxing. Josh looking for another spinning kick. He's done, that was his third now spinning back kick, one spinning hook kick. There's a good jab there from Josh, but I mean, that goes to show Tonio absorbed the punch a bit, but threw 2 in return and landed that right hand and is now swinged back to southpaw. You can start to see some of the damage on Josh's face now. He's got a mouse above his left eye and below his left eye. He's got a bit of a mouse on his nose. But he's wearing the shots well, considering what he's taken. In rounds like this, where the striking's relatively neutral, it's relatively even, you got to see the pressure of Josh prevailing here. There's a good front kick right up the middle there from Tonio. And again, when guys pressure you, you know, for the majority of a fight, you know, you have to back away at the pace they're coming forward. And it's often against one's own internal metronome. And if you have to move at a different pace than you're used to, it can be fatiguing. Tonio still seems very sharp. Josh, again, is getting comfortable with that range. And you know when you push forward and your opponent goes back, it gives you a better understanding of the range you need to land these big shots. Tonio's going to do his best work here in open water, not with his back on the cage. A good exchange of hooks. And that round ends. I think it's a pretty clear cut. First and third for Tonio, second and fourth for Josh. You know, 2 rounds going into this 5th. This is what you hope to see in these championship fights. It's effectively a 1-round fight. In my opinion, whoever wins this 5th round wins this fight.
Right, so 5th and final round coming up. Who you got? Who's got Tonio? For show, Figueiredo? Or are you with Josh? Getting up in that ass, Thong. 5th and final round.
Josh got a unique fight name. tell you though, that's one thing Josh is doing. He's getting in there. He's pushing forward whole time. Just at least getting some sweat or some water cleaned up off this canvas. All right, 5th and final round. I do believe it is 2 rounds to each fighter going into this 5th round. Another big uppercut there from Tonio. A shot here from Josh. Slightly different tactics going into the 5th. And I'll tell you, Tonio just barely, narrowly missed that rear uppercut, which we saw him do really good work with in the 1st round. Big left hook over the top there for Josh. Tonio's got a front headlock position. Josh able to pop his head out. Good knee on the exit there from Tonio. Another good right hand. These shots are paying off for Tonio when he comes forward. Not even coming forward, but like when he commits to these power shots. That's been a big difference. There's some feints there from Tonio. Tonio does a good job of hitting his shots and kind of sliding out. Tonio for show. And then Josh doing a great job just keeping that pressure. And as soon as he's in range, he'll throw a big shot. Tonio tries to counter that with a jump knee. If there's anyone you're going to jump knee, it's somebody who's coming forward. But we saw once Andrei Arlovski was pushing forward on Fedor. Andrei Arlovski went for a jump knee as Fedor threw an overhand right and just put him to sleep. That was an affliction fighting. They only had a couple of shows. Definitely lost some money. They had a bunch of high-level fighters. These fights were fun when they lasted. You see Tonio throwing that left hand. Josh trying to counter with that lead hook. See, that's where Josh's pressure comes in. You know, Tonio threw a good straight punch. Josh kind of slipped it and returned with a 2-3 high kick, and the high kick landed. Some of Josh's best shots have actually landed in this 5th round. Oh, big exchange of lead hooks from both guys. Carlos Condit and Dan Hardy had a really cool left hook exchange. Condit got tagged, but landed the better left hook to knock Dan Hardy out. Good high kick there from Josh. Good right hand from Tonio. Good jab there from Tonio. Return left hook there from Josh. Spinning back kick landed flush that time. You almost need open water. It can be hard to hit spinning back kicks against the cage because your opponent's movement's limited. Final 10 seconds. Close 5th round here too. Nice, good finish, good fight. Beautiful contest from both these flyweights. Both guys had good showings. Again, I think this fight could go either way. I know the most damage was done there in the 1st round there from Tonio. I think that 1st round was pretty easily his. I think the 4th round was pretty easily Josh. So good fight. And I think both guys can be happy with their performance. You know what Tonio lacked in pressure, he made up for in really sharp striking. And you know, Josh's chin holding up so well allowed him to pressure. See promoter Eric Garcia in the cage with this flyweight strap. Of all of our title fights tonight, I do believe this was the closest contest. Both guys fought hard. You know, we could have seen a finish, but I'll tell you, Josh got a chin on him. Ate a nasty uppercut and a flying knee, and it was no worse for wear. Never really showed shaky legs. Was returning right after. This was a fun fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the fight 48-47, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and your new Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Champion, Joshua. Getting up in that ass.
Yeah, that was a good fight, a close fight. You know, I think going into the 5th, it was 2-2. And of all the rounds to be the closest round, I do believe that 5th round was the closest. Great fight. Both guys should be proud of their performance. Entertaining fight for the fans. Very worthy main event. Congratulations to both those guys. Josh Thang, the new champion. All right, fight fans, that does it for Fury Fighting Championship Amateur Series here at the Houston Arena Theater. We'll finish out with the interview.
It was scored as a draw. How did you feel coming in? According to like your preparation, how did the fight work out with you?
Man, we've been working hard for this fight, man. I fucking love you guys. Shout out to Coach G, Scotty, Coach Tony, SOS, we coming hard.